Hello and welcome to News Now on TV360 Nigeria. I am Annetta Felix. The United Nations says attacks on the Baga-Kwawa area of northeast Nigeria on December 26, 2018 has caused more than 6,357 people to flee east into Chad and some 20,000 others to flee to safety within Nigeria. In a report released on Friday, the United Nations Humanitarian Coordinator in Nigeria, Edward Calone, says the repeated attacks are severely affecting aid delivery to the 76,000 internally displaced people living in Ran. The report also alleges that over 100 Nigerian soldiers have been killed in clashes since December 26. However, the Nigerian Defense Ministry and the military are yet to respond to the report. A high court of the Federal Capital Territory has granted bail to Senator Dino Melaye on health grounds. Justice Yusuf Halilu, in his report, ordered Dino to produce 3 sureties including the clerk of the National Assembly, who must produce a written undertaking to produce him in court. The other sureties, the court ruled, must be residents of the FCT who have landed properties in Abuja. The Kogi State Senator is standing trial culpable homicide in the shooting of a police officer. With less than a month to the 2019 general elections, the Nigerian government says it will question the presidential candidate of the opposition People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, for alleged corruption. He said he would be questioned for allegedly benefiting from slush funds, which led to the collapse of Bank PHP. The minister says the government has gathered fresh evidence to suggest the former vice president played a key role in the collapse of the bank. He says Atiku will be questioned as soon as he returns from the United States.
Following the fresh evidence that we have, that he benefited from the slush funds that led to the collapse of the former Bank PHP. The paper trail which we have here shows that he benefited to the tune of 156 million naira from that slush fund. And the paper trail which we have here started from an internal memo of the 13th of January 2009, in which reads, please refer for discussion. You are requested to raise a draft in favor of Atiku Abubakar for 156 million naira and deliver safe.
The allegations against Atiku comes hours after the Coalition of United Political Parties, CUPP, called a press conference alleging that some senior All Progressives Congress members have been meeting to mandate Danladi Umar, chairman of the Code of Conduct Tribunal, to issue a bench warrant on the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Walter Onogen. The CJN is standing trial at the tribunal for alleged false declaration of assets. The party is also alleging that the APC is planning to indict some judges of the Supreme Court, including Justice Mary Odili.
Last night, directed the chairman of the Code of Conduct Tribunal, Mr. Danladi Umar, to disregard the order of the Federal High Court Abuja, which has directed the tribunal to maintain status quo and go ahead to issue a bench warrant on the next adjourned date being Tuesday, the 22nd of January 2019, in the event the CJN does not appear in court. The meeting of the presidency cabal also resolved and directed the new acting Inspector General of Police that the immediate arrest of the CJN on the same Tuesday, as effort to be made to ensure he is served with the same order same day, following the issuance of the arrest warrant, will be his litmus test for his speedy confirmation as the substantive Inspector General of Police. They further resolved that another petition will now be forwarded to the National Judicial Council, and that petition has already been drafted in the chambers of a senior advocate of Nigeria whose office is located in central area Abuja. This petition will precede the other frivolous and trump-up allegations which will be submitted against Justice Mary Odile, Justice Cletus Wenze, and Justice Rose Viver, just to scare them away and tarnish their good names.
Let's focus on the 2019 elections now. Electoral umpire, the Independent National Electoral Commission, has continued its series of meetings ahead of the election. INEC has now met with university lecturers and ambassadors from the European Union. Oyin Adekunle has the rest of the story.
With the strike by public university lecturers entering its third month, there had been concerns on how INEC will fill the expected void that will be left by the large number of lecturers and students meant to serve as ad hoc staff. But with the Independent National Electoral Commission reaching an agreement with the University Union, the next focus turns to the lecturers who are expected to play a key role. That is the major reason why the INEC chairman Mahmoud Yakubu has called this meeting with university vice-chancellors. Here, Yakubu reminds the university heads of their role while also warning against partisanship.
As in previous elections, we have requested each university for a specified number of academic staff, as contained in my letter to the vice-chancellors. The letters will be given at this meeting. Staff who are card-carrying members who have participated in partisan politics should please not be nominated. Similarly, those who may not be involved in partisan political activities but are known to have obvious political leanings should also not be nominated. The Commission will carefully scrutinize the list, which must be submitted confidentially.
Yakubu's remarks are repeated by the Executive Secretary of the National University Commission, Abubakar Abdul-Rashid, who reminds the VCs that the election will be monitored by the international community.
It is important for vice-chancellors to act with the utmost sense of fairness, justness, integrity, credibility. Please, if any vice-chancellor here misbehaves during the elections, it is not only he and his university that will be in disrepute. It is the entire Nigerian university system, the entire academic community, and that may lead somehow to a revision of the perception the public have in us.
The cooperation of the international community has also been on the agenda of INEC. Before the meeting with the vice-chancellors, the electoral body held this meeting with 5 ambassadors from European Union.
As in previous elections, we have requested each university for a specified number of academic staff, as contained in my letter to the vice-chancellors. The letters will be given at this meeting. Staff who are card-carrying members who have participated in partisan politics should please not be nominated. Similarly, those who may not be involved in partisan political activities but are known to have obvious political leanings should also not be nominated. The Commission will carefully scrutinize the list, which must be submitted confidentially.
The European Union ambassadors then assured the INEC chairman of their unbiased support to ensure the conduct of free, fair and credible elections in Nigeria.
We have reiterated on numerous occasions, and I think we should continue to stress that before the media and before you, that evidently the international community in general, and certainly the missions that you see before you today, we are not here to support any particular candidate or any particular party or any particular ideology even. What we are here to do is, as true partners of Nigeria, to support your efforts in seeing a continuation of the consolidation of democracy.
For us, it's very important, all of our embassies, that the security services, the various ones, provide security for the elections to guarantee the safety of the process and voters but do so in a way that doesn't interfere with people getting to the polls, for poll watchers, civil society monitors, journalists, and others being able to have access and observe the voting freely.
Is everyone's confidence that INEC can conduct its role as required under the Constitution, completely free from political interference. And we're not naive, we recognise there are pressures on INEC from time to time from all political actors from different aspects. And we see as part of our role is providing that support to INEC to withstand those political pressures and encouraging INEC to continue to exercise its independence. And that is really fundamental to, as I said, the people of Nigeria seeing the elections as credible.
I think it's a very good moment to call on all actors, political and non-political, to really abide to peaceful elections, and I would like to strongly call on everybody to avoid hate speech and really contribute to non-violent, credible elections.
INEC has also released guidelines for the general elections. It has also confirmed 73 presidential candidates, 1,904 senatorial candidates, and 4,680 House of Representatives candidates. The commission will release those for the governorship and state houses of assembly on January 31. Adekunle, TV360, Nigeria.
To legislative matters now, President Muhammadu Buhari has declined assent to 5 amendment bills passed by the National Assembly. The bills, which include Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Amendment Bill, Bankruptcy and Insolvency Amendment Bill, Maritime Security Operation Coordination Amendment Bill, Federal Polytechnic Amendment Bill, and the Energy Commission Amendment Bill, were rejected by the President. Buhari cited inconsistency and conflict of some provisions of the Constitution as his reasons for declining the assent. Take a listen to Senate Deputy President Ike Ekweremadu as he explains some parts of the President's letter.
Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision on 4 January 2018 to decline presidential assent to the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission Amendment Bill 2018, recently passed by the National Assembly. I am declining assent to the bill for the following reasons. A. The bill will interfere with and obstruct the smooth administration of revenue-generating agencies or the federal government. B. The bill will confer the powers of oversight of the revenue currently vested in the President and Minister of Finance to the Revenue Mobilization, Allocation and Fiscal Commission and negate the existing provision of Section 51 of the Federal Inland Revenue Services. Pursuant to Section 58(4) of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, I hereby convey to the Senate my decision on 4 January 2019 to decline presidential assent to the Bankruptcy and Insolvency Bill 2018, recently passed by the National Assembly. The relationship between the corporate insolvency provisions of the bill and existing provisions on winding up an insolvency under the Companies and Allied Matters Act need to be clarified to avoid confusion in respect of the applicable legislation governing corporate insolvency. Please accept, distinguished Senate President, the assurance of my highest consideration.
The National Economic Council, NEC, has approved the National Livestock Transformation Plan, NLTP, to address clashes between farmers and herders in Nigeria. Briefing State House correspondents at the end of a meeting that lasted for about 2 hours, Kebbi State Governor Atiku Bagudu says the development plan will attract 2 trillion naira into the country's livestock sector. He also says the plan is designed to create the basis for leading agribusiness to emerge from the livestock sector as it is in the farming sector.
So, National Livestock Transformation Program is about creating conditions to launch the peaceful transformation of the Nigeria livestock ecosystem, which is expected to add to at least 2 trillion naira to the Nigerian economy. The current policies and strategic intentions at both national and state government levels to improve livestock production and agro-pastoral practices have been hampered by many obstacles, which include limited knowledge of Nigeria's livestock assets by size and location, water and land insecurity, low productive breeds and livestock, among others. So the approach is to invest in the livestock sector to provide ranches, mitigating the escalating crisis between pastoralists and farmers, and improving broader supporting architecture around these issues.
Nigeria and South Sudan have signed a cooperation agreement on oil and gas, trade, education, health, culture, among others. Nigerian's Foreign Affairs Minister Geoffrey Oyema and his South Sudanese counterpart Deng Nial signed the agreement in Abuja. Although the agreement did not include security, Oyema said Nigeria would continue supporting South Sudan's peace and stability efforts. The minister listed other areas of assistance to include boundary resolution, state creation, cantonment, and building of infrastructure.
We wish to institutionalize, in a way, our commitment to your country and support of your country. And so today we will be signing a cooperation agreement, and this we hope will be a framework within which we will be able to cooperate in various sectors, and for us we believe this will be a win-win for our two countries and our two people, and be a real platform for meaningful and profitable cooperation for our two countries.
Of course, Nigeria is a leading oil economy, has got a lot of expertise in that sector, and indeed, yes, there are some Nigerians, and we would like to see more Nigerian companies being engaged. What we are really impressed with in the Republic of South Sudan is the fact that African states like Nigeria, like Angola, have basically taken over the oil industry there. It's completely domestic, and so for a country like South Sudan, there is a lot to learn. I'd like to follow in your footsteps, and if Nigerians can help to transmit the knowledge and the expertise, such that the oil industry is eventually run by South Sudanese themselves, then this is really what we would like to see.
After this break, News Now continues.
In the last 3 years, we have built a multi-purpose center, which is the envy of all in our constituency. And I can tell you that the people who are living there are already enjoying it.
Guy, do you think what this man just said is true? See, I seriously doubt. I'm sure it's one of those their silly lies.
And wait, do you know there's a way to find out if these things he's saying is true or not? This is the Construct app. It gives people like us a sure way to track implementation of constituency projects. It gives valid and verified information on location of projects, amounts allocated, amount funded, the level of job done, and even the profiles of concerned legislators. You and I can post directly on this app.
Are you serious?
This is the Go-To app if you want to know how our Commonwealth is being expanded by the government.
Wow. Let's even see if what this man said is true. Show me.
The Construct app is developed by Other People Nigeria with support from USAID and is available on both Google Play Store and Apple Store.
And it's true.
Of course, I told you.
You're welcome back. And in business, a national microfinance bank is to be established to promote access to credit finance for small and medium enterprises, SMEs, and other unbanked groups in the country. CBN Governor Godwin Emefiele says the bank will be established in collaboration with the Bankers Committee, the Nigeria Incentive-Based Risk Sharing System for Agricultural Lending, and the Nigerian Postal Service (NIPOS). Emefiele says the new national bank, which shall be technology-driven, will leverage on the NIPO's presence in 774 local government areas of the country to reach its target beneficiaries. Oil prices rose on Friday after a report from the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, OPEC, showed its production fell sharply last month, easing fears about prolonged oversupply. A report by the Wall Street Journal on Thursday saying that Washington was considering lifting some or all tariffs imposed on Chinese imports also buoyed financial markets, including oil. Analysts said U.S. crude futures at $52.62 per barrel, while international Brent crude oil futures at $61.72 per barrel. OPEC, along with some other producers, including Russia, cut oil supply output sharply in December before a new accord to limit supply took effect on January 1st. Now, this suggests that producers have made a strong start to avert a glut in 2019 as a slowing economy curbs demand. OPEC said in its monthly report that its oil output fell by 751,000 barrels per day in December to 31.58 million barrels per day, the biggest month-on-month drop in almost 2 years. Now, the Nigerian Stock Exchange closes the week in the positive territory as the all-share index edges higher by 1.38%, while the market capitalization closes at 11.562 trillion naira. The consumer goods sector, led by Nestle Nigeria PLC, tops the gainers chart with an increase of 48 naira 9 kobo. Now, on the flip side, Dangote Cement, Nigerian Breweries Cement Company of Northern Nigeria are also top gainers. Percentage laggards today are led by Better Glass PLC, which lost 5 naira and 3 kobo. Now, the banking sector recorded the most trading activity today as Diamond Bank, Zenith Bank, Guaranty Trust Bank, and Access Bank sold a combined total of 184 trillion shares today. It's also a good market day in London as the FTSE rises by 2.03%, recovering from yesterday's losses. The stock market is also rising strongly in America as the Dow Jones ups by 1.78%, and Japan's Nikkei is also making decent gains as the stock rose by 1.29%. And we'll take a break now, and we'll be right back. Don't go away.
Corruption not in my country.
Hello? Yeah, I found your wallet in front of a supermarket. Meet me at Apple Junction. Yes, I'll be waiting for you.
Now we find out. Two of us.
Thank you very much, officer. You know, it's surprising that men like you still exist in the police force.
Yes, so... Oh, yes.
This is just a token of my appreciation.
Oh, no, you don't need to do this. We are only doing our job.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
You're welcome.
Now I know police is really my friend.
Yes.
Friend. Hey. Which came out with this one? I don't understand.
You know your problem. You are greedy. I'm a policeman who is doing his job. All forms of corruption in the force. Not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
5 suspects, including a Canadian citizen, have appeared in a Kenyan court in connection with an Islamist attack on a Nairobi hotel complex that left 21 people dead. A magistrate granted a request from a prosecution to detain the 4 men and 1 woman for 30 days while investigations continue. The suspects are accused of possible involvement in the almost 20-hour siege of the Dusit D2 hotel and office complex by a suicide bomber and 4 gunmen who were all killed by security forces. The International Criminal Court, ICC, have announced that the Ivory Coast ex-president Laurent Gbagbo will stay behind bars until a fresh appeal hearing in February. The ICC made the announcement on Friday despite his acquittal in the week. The appeal judges say the detention of the former president shall be maintained pending the consideration of the present appeal. The judges made this known while announcing a hearing on February 1st in order to hear further submissions. And in sports, Arsenal forward Alex Iwobi has expressed surprise with teammate Peter Cech's decision to retire at the end of the 2018-2019 campaign and thinks the goalkeeper can still play for another 3 or 4 years. Czech confirmed on Tuesday that it is the right time to hang up his gloves after an illustrious career in England, where he won 4 Premier League titles, 5 FA Cups, a Champions League trophy, amongst other individual honours. Bernd Leno's arrival in the summer has lifted the Czech international to a substitute role in recent weeks, but he will be filled the 36-year-old is still in top form to carry on. Rafael Nadal looked a far way from injury on Friday as he beat Alex de Minaur in straight sets 6-1, 6-2, 6-4 to ease to the 4th round of the Australian Open, despite not having played competitively since last year's US Open owing to an ankle injury. The second seed has been on fine form in Melbourne following surgery. Friday saw Nadal take his 3rd straight set victory of the tournament, meaning he has yet to drop a set. And thanks for watching. That has been news now on TV360 Nigeria. I am Anetta Felix. Bye for now.